Hello, what's up everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here continuing my 31 days of horror movie reviews to talk about Rec 3. Yes, Rec 3 is a 2012 horror film, found footage to a point. It's a Spanish movie, and the plot is we see this couple, Clara and Coldo, who it's their big day, their big wedding day. They're about to get married. They have all their friends and family at this church for the reception, and everything seems to be going well. It's all being recorded by some people there until one of their uncles says he got bit by this dog. Is that connected to Rec 1? Yes, it is, because the uncle goes crazy, infection, starts biting people, and then it's chaos. Infected people everywhere. It's a bloodbath. So you have pretty much anyone who's still alive trying to survive as long as possible, while Clara and Coldo try to get to each other before it's too late. Now, what I thought of Rec 3 was, I enjoyed this movie. I did. I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than Rec 2. That's for sure. If you haven't seen my review for that, I didn't love it. This movie was much better. And the reason why I like this one better is because we went outside the box. We're telling a different story, a different part of the area with this other group of characters. And I just like the idea of a found footage movie being at somebody's wedding and then something crazy happening. It was a little different. It was fun to see these characters at the beginning, just a bunch of their friends and people, especially if you've been to weddings, like you get it. You get the situation. You get how much fun this is supposed to be. You get the relationships with their family and how much of a good day this is supposed to be for them. But then it got eerie once you saw the uncle and that his hand was bad, it was bandaged up, and you go like, fuck. Not only is it cool that it's connected to the first Rec movie with the dog, but it's just, something bad is going to happen, and then you're almost waiting for it. Even during the reception or the part where they're all dancing, you're going like, okay, something's going to happen any second now, and you're anxious. Because as messed up as it is to say this, as much as these all seem like nice people, as much as this should be a nice and fun day for them, you almost couldn't wait to see just how bad it was going to be. There was so many people there, so many innocent people, that you just go like, this is going to be, it's like a car crash. You can't help but want to watch. And then the chaos happens, then it's all hell breaks loose, and it's insane. Just especially the found footage camera, like that always works in certain situations where you make it work, you make it look real. And then something really interesting happens. Obviously the couple splits up, and we're with Coldo. He's with his new wife's little sister and a bunch of other people, and they're with one of the cameramen. And he's still recording, because that's what every movie does like this, right? Where somebody's like, are you still recording? And they're like, yeah, we have to record everything. People have a right to know. And it always sounds silly, but you kind of just go with it because that's what they're supposed to do, right? This movie, Coldo looks at the guy with the camera and says, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, people have a right to know what's going on. And he takes the camera and smashes it and stomps on it and says, fuck that, we're not recording this. We're going to try to survive. Who gives a fuck about that? And then the movie comes out of found footage, and it's shot like a regular movie. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that. And I thought it was cool. I thought it was different. I thought it was actually logical for a character to say, you idiot, why are you holding that camera? Why aren't we just trying to survive here? It made sense. It was like the first time I ever seen a found footage movie do that. And it totally worked. I did not mind that it went into a traditional shot movie. And then you get this point, like I said, Coldo and his wife, Clara, the rest of the movie is basically them trying to get back to each other. And there's a moment where Coldo says, I know she's alive, I can sense her. And you kind of roll your eyes and go like, okay, that's a little corny, a little cheesy, but fine, it's love, you can go with it a little bit. And then Clara comes on the radio signals, and she's saying, Coldo, my love, I know you're still alive. I can sense you. And it's like, okay, this is fucking stupid. I was still with the movie. I was still willing to go with it. Just that part was like, really? The whole I can sense you part, little forced, a little bit. Now, I mentioned how in Rec 2, I didn't like the religious aspect of it. Not because I don't like religion or anything like that. It's just because I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't expecting it. This movie has that religious aspect again, and I don't know if it was because I was used to it or just maybe familiar with it, expecting it, waiting for it to happen, or maybe just because this took place in the church, so you have a priest there. Like I went with it more, or maybe this movie just didn't hit you over the head with it, like maybe the second movie did, and there was moments where the priest worked in that religious aspect and how maybe that power subsides any infection going on, that I was more okay with it. I mean, I still don't love it. I still just, when you compare it to the first Rec movie, I don't see any signs of that being there. It just kind of seems random. But this movie, this one, Rec 3, I was willing to go with that aspect a little more. And the only other thing I want to mention is the ending. Now, I won't spoil it, just in case. I don't want to give anything more away than I have to, but I will say that this ending was bold, it was daring, it was unexpected. A lot of aspects to just the multiple events in this ending that you really didn't know where it was going to go. So in some ways, I like this ending, and then in other ways, I don't like the ending. If you've seen the ending, you probably know what I'm talking about and why I'm talking about it. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of, especially infection movies, zombie movies, they always go in this direction, and I wanted something more. I wanted something different. Oh well, I still like the ending a hell of a lot better than the ending of Rec 2. I should mention Clara, the wife. She gets her own badass moments, and there's one scene where she gets a chainsaw and totally acts like Ash. I will say, though, that every time she stops to do something badass and kill a bunch of infected people, the person that she's with always gets killed for it. Like, her wasting time doing this, the other person gets killed. It happened like 2 or 3 times. And I said, okay, Clara, I like you. I felt really bad in the scene where she saw her mom infected. That's another thing, is that all of these infected people are all their friends and family. Literally every single zombie running around is somebody that they know and love and care for. So there was a lot of aspects like that I liked. A lot of your own fear, your own, like if I was in that situation, how hard would that be to see everybody I know and love like that? This movie works on a lot of levels. There might be a couple of things that maybe I didn't love, but overall, I really enjoyed Rec 3. I did. So guys, let me know in the comments below. If you saw Rec 3, what did you think of it? Did you like it? Dislike it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later. Please won't you say my goodbye.